Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Wednesday, August 27th, 2025. Let's take a look at the charts. We are right back in this zone. On the weekly chart, it's a range between 351.39 and 359.13. I can't ignore that 2.5-year channel top. We do have a lot going on in the low 350s as it is. We've got a rising channel top. We did close just above on Tuesday. I think this is too close to call. In other words, what I mean by that is if we did not have the 351.39 to 59.13 area hovering just overhead on the weekly chart, would I have considered yesterday's settlement above the 350.86 channel top as an actionable buy signal? And I think it's just too close, as you can see. And so even under that circumstance, I would recommend another day. And as it is, we are pushing into a significant zone of long-term resistance. Now, time may tell that we close, say, higher today, comfortably above 350.86. I'd mention how closing above that formation is in itself a sign to potentially exit a short position. But I was saying that a few weeks ago when that 350.86 formation was in the mid 340s, roughly, lower 340s. And now it's right in that zone. So, if you're short now, I say just put your stop loss above 359.13 if that's comfortable for you, if it does not violate any of your pre-existing long-standing risk management practices. A stop loss above 359.13 would be advised. And in fact, whether you reverse at the same time and go long is entirely up to you. But I will say a weekly settlement Friday above 359.13 does sort of validate everything else. In other words, if we close above 359.13, we enter a long-term buy signal that should ultimately yield the 521.42 5-year channel top within 5 to 8 months, given presently more reduced volatility, certainly than what we saw 9 months ago or so when we had this rally, and we almost tested the 521.42 formation back in December. And so upside, if we do close above a 359.13, even on a daily basis, I could see within, it's a little early to be anticipating 386.57. So let's just go back to Friday, right? We've got 3 full trading days left. We could top out here in the low to upper 350s and back away all the way through September. The truth is, from here, we can fall back to the 309.45 channel bottom over the next 2 to 3 weeks. While I'm talking in that vein, I might as well mention that a settlement below 331.37 over the next few days should yield 309.45 by the end of next week. So in terms of a 3 to 5 day swing trade, it really is pretty much being short right now at that 350.86 channel top that I show here, anticipating 331.37 over the next 3 to 5 days and 309.45 over the next 2 to 3 weeks. Closing below 331.37 should yield 309.45 within another 3 to 5 days, where profits can be taken on a short position that may be established in the low 350s, and you can actually go long at 309.45 on another 2 to 3 week basis, wherein we could round back up into the 350s again within 2 to 3 weeks. Big picture, it would be a settlement below 309.45 that would set up 279.18 as the next 2 to 3 week target, potentially all the way south to 258.44 inside of 2 months, where we could bottom out through the rest of the year. Getting back to the upside though, if we do get the buy signal, for instance, above 359.13, I would expect 386.57 within. This could be, based on present and more recent volatility, we could see this potentially within 3 to 5 days. But I'm going to give it 2 to 3 weeks. And then as we continue, into October, November, I would expect 433.23. This has now become not even 3 to 5 weeks. I would say inside of 2 months of closing above 359.13, where I would expect 433.23, which is a formation that spans now some 6-8 months and can contain buying on a monthly basis. We could fall away from here appreciably in the weeks to follow a test of 433.23, which is why I give it plenty of time for reaching 521.42, 5 to 8 months.
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Try it all free for 5 days. Cancel at any time.
Following a settlement above 359.13 on Friday. Until then, we are back in the short sale zone, anticipating once again over the next 2 to 3 weeks, 309.45, and over the next several months, we could unwind all the way into the 250s again, but we do need the sell signal below not only 310.55, but on the daily chart, 309.45. And so, what to do if you're reluctant to play the short side here. I get it. We're right back in the 350s again. I'm not about to say that I anticipate a violation of 359.13, but we did close just above the 350.86 channel top, which may be a precursor to meaningful gains, longer term bullish continuation. But it really is, because we're so close in this zone right now, I think it's worth waiting for the settlement above 359.13 before going aggressively long. And aggressively long, once again, would likely yield 386.57 inside of 2 to 3 weeks. Could be a bit quicker than that. And within, a couple of months, 433.23. And, within 5 to 8 months, as I've already said, 521.42. I'm beginning to repeat myself. I do want to mention that on Tuesday, wickedstocks.com did put out a stock pick on Viasat, a satellite communications company. We've been knocking them out of the park, so to speak, for the last month and a half. Many of the buy signals that I've mentioned have been activated and already well underway in reaching their 20% underlying return. So you should check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of our 5-day free trial. You can see the Viasat stock pick that was put out on Tuesday. You'll see the next one coming up tomorrow, Thursday. I think that pretty much rounds it out. Please click like, share, subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow with Thursday's Tesla. You have a great day.